Hi, everybody. This is Jim. Welcome back to Great Books, Big Ideas. Time for another Friday Reads for Friday, February 23rd, 2024. And catch you up on what I've been reading and finishing and starting and all the rest of it. Hope you've had a good reading week. So, first up is Plutarch. I've been going through this Great Books of the Western World volume of Plutarch's Lives, and I finished the biography of Pompey, which was, I think, one of the better biographies in the book. Very interesting. And then this is one of those where he compares two biographies. So there's a little section, I guess, Elias and Pompey compared. So I read that. And now I have started on the biography of Alexander, which might be the longest biography in the volume. And I'm really eager to learn more about Alexander the Great. And so that's Plutarch. I have been continuing my slow march through The Last Chairlift by John Irving. Read about only one or two chapters this week. Always enjoyable, but I don't always get around to it. Also, I've been continuing to peruse the poems of Wordsworth. They've been fun reads, and because I'm a glutton for punishment, I do sometimes read philosophy. So I've been making my way through The World as Will and Idea by Arthur Schopenhauer, and this was a volume that at the university where I work last year, one of our philosophy professors retired, and he left about 2 or 3 huge boxes of books outside of his office and said, come take them. So this was one of the ones I rescued out of that pile. And yeah, not for the faint of heart, Schopenhauer, but I find that philosophy is, it's a challenge to me as a reader. It's a nice foil to like my reading in literature and history and so forth. And there's something quixotic and sort of semi-heroic about philosophers who are trying to figure out the meaning of life and whatnot. So maybe I respect them for that, even though at one level they're also foolish. Aren't we all? Anyway, that's Schopenhauer. I'll keep reading it. And then one book, here's a story for you. I'll finish this with this one. This is Leonard Cohen, The Spice Box of Earth. And I didn't even know we had this paperback, but I helped my wife clear books out of her office. We've been trying to downsize old textbooks and anthologies and just stuff that we've read but we don't need around the house anymore. So we really purged that room, and we got rid of, I'd say, 8 to 10 shopping bags filled with books, and we donated them. And you'd be amazed like how the room still looks filled with books. Like, I think we still have a long way to go, but we made some progress. We put a dent in it. There's some shelf space now cleared up. And this sort of was hidden in there. And I love the cover. I just love the cover art. I love these old Bantam paperback designs. I'm going to place this around the early 70s. Let's see what the copyright page says. Yeah, this is around 1970, the reprint. And it's poems by Leonard Cohen, who, of course, is famous as a songwriter. Passed away a number of years ago after a very long and rich career. And just, we just both love that cover. So we're like prominently displaying that on the shelf now so you can see it. Here's the back cover. Let me read it for you, the blurbage. Leonard Cohen has been widely celebrated as one of the most powerful writers of the new generation, the subject of an award-winning Canadian film, as well as magazine features ranging from the underground press through Vogue. Cohen is a songwriter, folk singer, novelist, and most emphatically a poet. His explosive novel, Beautiful Losers, stunned reviewers who hailed it as an extraordinary fusion of sex and spirituality. That combination becomes breathtaking in his poetry. Mystical, profane, tender, and erotic, the spice box of earth is an unforgettable trip into the soul of Leonard Cohen. And you can see it's all poetry. I read this in one sitting. It took me about an hour or less to get through. And I thought I would read one poem from it. I enjoyed the collection. It's nice. You can see a lot of influence of his Jewish upbringing in here too. So that's a theme in the book. And let me pick out a poem to read for you, just to give you a flavor for what Leonard Cohen sounds like. Now, this one's called "The Flowers That I Left in the Ground." The flowers that I left in the ground that I did not gather for you, today I bring them all back to let them grow forever, not in poems or marble, but where they fell and rotted. And the ships in their great stalls, huge and transitory as heroes, ships I could not captain, today I bring them back to let them sail forever, not in model or ballad, but where they were wrecked and scuttled. And the child on whose shoulders I stand, whose longing I purged with public kingly discipline, today I bring him back to languish forever, not in confession or biography, but where he flourished, growing sly and hairy. It is not malice that draws me away, draws me to renunciation, betrayal. It is weariness. I go for weariness of thee. Gold, ivory, flesh, love, God, blood, moon. I have become the expert of the catalog. My body, once so familiar with glory, my body has become a museum. The part remembered because of someone's mouth, this because of a hand, this of wetness, this of heat. Who owns anything he has not made? With your beauty, I am as uninvolved as with horses, manes, and waterfalls. This is my last catalog. I breathe the breathless. I love you, and let you move forever. That's The Flowers That I Left in the Ground by Leonard Cohen. Nice to finish a book this week. What have you been reading this week? Let me know in the comments. If you have any reactions to the text that I mentioned today, please leave a comment. I appreciate it. If you like the video, I hope you like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Do appreciate you tuning back in. I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.